This district is actually flanked by multiple bridges. And I think that's a symbol of what this district represents, that we have people who come in and settle here and make their mark here and make this district not only unique, but also very welcoming.
We have certain large institutions like Columbia University, Columbia Medical, but it feels like home. It feels like a neighborhood. It feels like what New York would feel like to someone who's coming here for the first time. Big stores, small stores, and people always on the move.
It is an incredibly community-oriented district where many people know each other, support each other, help each other.
This district is really diverse. It's a community of immigrants, and there are many of the same kinds of tensions that you have when new people are coming into a neighborhood, making their cultural mark on a place, and many of the same delights of the incredibly rich fabric of cultural life here in Washington Heights and Inwood. We have, I guess it's about 14 miles of waterfront, much of which is available. You don't just see it from a distance, you can put your feet in the water.
The main issue that we're faced is affordable housing. It's the ability for residents, for neighbors to be able to afford to live in the district. You'll find folks who've been living here for 25, quarter of a century, 30 years, who've always found it to be a working class community, and the rents reflect it. So now, salaries have not kept up, but the rent has gone up.
What is City Council going to do for small business owners? When I walk around this district and I see empty storefronts, I think this is a loss. New York City is New York City because of its small businesses. The flavor, the character that you feel when you're walking down the street is not when it's lined with Chases and Citibanks. It's when the streets are lined by small businesses. So that is something of great concern. And I think it's important to listen to the small business owners, have them craft solutions, ideas on how they can be supported.
We have some very, very good schools up here. We have some very not so good schools up here. We have a lot of issues with charter schools, pushing out the classrooms in public schools where they are co-located. We have serious issues with social services and mental health. Mental health is terribly underfunded, and particularly in Latino communities where there's not a great cultural understanding of the importance of mental health and the value of mental health services.
Affordable housing means different things to different people. I don't believe in the financial district or Midtown we're dealing with the same level of affordable housing as we are with folks making $25,000 a year in Upper Manhattan. I want to make sure that our council person advocates for deep affordability in District 10. Whatever council member we elect to District 10 is going to deal with potential rezoning of a major part of Manhattan.
We would want a city council that is aware of all of the ancillary issues that can come up with immigration. We also have to have a city council that promotes and funds programs that would allow for a tremendous amount of bridge building between individual community members and the NYPD.
I want to see 1% for parks. I want to see 1% for art. People think of parks and of art as some kind of fluffy extra, but it's not. Anybody who wants to represent this, or really any community, has to understand who lives here and what's important to them, and how do you meet as many of people's needs as possible with some level of fairness and equity.